The sight of blue water splashing against white sand under the South American sun makes Cancun a popular holiday destination. But the representatives of the International Air Transport Association are in the Mexican resort for business. They've enjoyed low fuel prices and ridden them to 8 consecutive years of money-making. But the current climate of travel bans and restrictions are threatening to rain on their sunny parade.
Any restrictions to trade or to travel is a disaster. So we actively fight against any protectionist measures because it's against the interests of the industry. We think, in addition, that it's against the interests of the people, by the way.
And the people are also concerned.
I think it's a disaster, especially when people, particularly going on for business class, you're paying the extra money to carry out some work, but you're not able to do that anymore.
In March, the US issued a travel ban on laptops, tablets and large phones in cabin baggage. The ban affected flights from 8 Muslim-majority countries and cities, including Istanbul. The UK followed suit with a similar ban that affected 6 countries. But now, the US wants to widen the ban to include all international flights. IATA represents 83% of global air traffic and says the security measure in Europe alone would mean a loss of $1.4 billion in revenue, but no change in terror threats.
We say that there are alternative measures that are possible to implement that could be as effective and probably even more effective and more adapted to the threat and to the nature of our activities.
The UK has been hit with 3 terror attacks in as many months. At least 7 people were killed in Saturday's assault in the London Bridge area of the city, and recent history suggests London could also suffer from a decline in visitors as a result.
On the previous events in Brussels or in Paris, you know, the traffic has reduced coming from certain regions of the world, so it's possible that there is an impact. It's a bit early, you know, to know how big this impact will be.
As the travel industry flies into its busiest period of the year, some of the $246 billion spent by foreign visitors in the US could be in jeopardy if they choose other destinations with no electronic bans. To leaders like Trump and the UK's Prime Minister Theresa May, the measures are for security. But to IATA, protectionism doesn't pay. Adefemi Akinsanya, TRT World.
Well, let's rejoin Fabrizio Poli now. He's the managing partner at Tyrus Wings, an aircraft trading company. Fabrizio, thank you for sticking around for this segment. I wanted to ask you about if there are any signs in the industry that people are getting really fed up with these onerous checks and prohibitions.
Well, I mean, we've seen a surge in people calling us and actually transacting and buying private jets. So there's been more interest now in either acquiring a jet or leasing a jet, which is another thing which is becoming popular with ourselves, where people don't have the money to buy a jet, so they lease one for 6 to 12 months while they use this as a business tool and to keep their people safe while they go around the world and then make the money to then be able to buy their own jet. But the other thing that's interesting is there's a lot of other models coming in, hybrids between private jet travel and airline travel, like BlissJet are about to start a service now from LaGuardia, New York to London Stansted using Gulfstream G450s and G550s, 12 seats, and they sell the seats. You leave from a private jet terminal, land at a private jet terminal, you slash 4 hours off your journey, and of course you can carry a laptop with you. So there's a lot of this, and also Surf Air in California have been very popular, where they've been connecting different cities in California, and they're just launching now in London, where they'll be flying to London to Paris, London to Zurich, and again you buy a seat and it's a club format, so you join the club, you get vetted carefully, who you are, what you do, and, you know, security checks and all this kind of good stuff, and then you just book your flight and you pay a subscription per month and it gives you unlimited flights. So we're seeing a lot of these new models come on the market as a result of more and more terrorism happening out there. Okay,
Fabrizio, next time I don't want to be checked at Heathrow Airport, I'll just go and get myself a private jet. Thank you so much for your advice. I will catch up with you again in the future soon, I hope.